What's up, YouTube? I appreciate y'all coming back and supporting me. Please hit the like, subscribe button at the bottom, and please drop a comment, alright? With that said, I think I'm gonna do a new series. I'm gonna take the advice of an OG YouTuber. I'm gonna take his advice. I introduced to y'all the Rookie series. I'm gonna show you everything you need to know, from how to even get a trucking job to how to manage things when you get started on this trucking job, alright? So, with that said, first, you want to decide what path you're gonna take when you're getting into the business, alright? First option is you can just go to a trucking school. There's Roadmaster, there's Georgia Driving Academy. There's so many trucking schools out there. Google it. Google a trucking school in your area. Find that. And when you go there, they'll give you options. You could pay up front. You could get a loan. You can find a company that'll sponsor you and they'll pay for the schooling, but you got to work for them for so long. It's different options. Mainly, you'll pay for it or you'll get a loan and you'll just pay the loan back. Now, there are some advantages and disadvantages to this. Disadvantage is if you do not have good credit or even decent credit. As I'm not trying to typecast anybody, but a lot of truckers don't. When we're starting out, we get into this, we don't have good credit. But what you want to do is you want to just go. You want to just sign up. Go there, get the schooling, get the loan, pay for it yourself. Tax time's coming up. Some of y'all are going to get some big refund checks. Use that for your future. Get that CDL. Once you get that CDL, sky's the limit. Now, the downside to that is, well, I'm not going to discuss that. Let's move on to the next way. The next way, call a company. That's it. Just call a company. Now, with this part, you want to figure out what type of trucking you want to do. Do you want to do reefer? You do reefer, there's different things that come with that. Do you want to do flatbed? You got to work. Do you want to do dry van? You just bump a dock. Do you want to do heavy haul? Do you want to do tanker? It's just different things that come with different methods of trucking. So you decide which one you want to do and you go for it. Look like that guy was walking up to my truck. So, for example, when I say figure out what you want to do, you want to be home on weekends? It's going to be rough. Find you a dedicated route, or sometimes dedicated, or a regional carrier. If you want to be out 2 or 3 weeks, hey, sky's the limit. Most of these places have no problem getting a driver from any of the 48 continuous states that's going to be gone 2 to 3 weeks or longer. It just makes sense. So you decided you want to get into this for whatever reason. You decided you want to get into trucking. You move on, you move forward. You do what you have to do to achieve that goal. Now, the pros and cons. The pros of going with a school, like going to a school directly and obtaining your own financing. The pro, you're not locked down to any company. There's no contracts, there's none of that. The only contract you have is to the school to pay for it. That's it. All right, so that's one. Another pro, once you get out of school, you can go local. Now, before you jump the gun, I want you to understand that if you start off local, more than likely you're going to have to do some labor-intense stuff. For example, food service. You can make $70,000, $80,000 a year doing food service. U.S. Foods, Gordon Foods, or Pepsi. Coke. You could be a local driver and you can make good money doing that your first year, but you will work. All right, the benefits, you will take advantage of those benefits. I've actually heard of companies, food service companies, I won't name names, but they give you an extra $100 if you opt out of the benefits package. Yeah, if you opt out of health benefits, they'll pay you an extra $100 every week. What that tells me is that they're spending a lot of money on benefits, and these drivers are hurting their backs, and it's a lot of health related problems on that job. But it's up to you. If you don't mind lifting freight and moving this and moving that, you can go local right out the bat. You don't want to do that, it's still possible, but I'll just be honest, it's hard. That's a 1% thing. It's possible. I'm not going to tell you it's not possible, nothing's impossible, but that's a 1%. It's rare because these companies want to see that you know how to handle a truck, that you can maintain, and you can do what you have to do in different environments. OTR gives you that. All right. So those are two pros. You can jump right into that. Cons. 9 times out of 10, you end up going to one of the companies that has a school already to get your experience. So you might as well start there and not pay anything out of pocket. That's my take on it. Everybody has their own opinions, and I'm not going to knock anybody's opinion on that issue. But that's just a difference of opinion thing. Now, when it comes to going to a company, the pros, you're not paying anything out of pocket. Or if you do, it's very minimal. You might have to pay like for the drug test or the physical or your permit test. Minor things. That's all you have to pay. Now when it comes to, you also have a guaranteed job when you go to school through a company. Now the cons. Major con is when you go through this company, you're locked down to them. I've seen contracts go for as little as 6 months, 10 months, a year. I've even seen some contracts for 2 years. So it all depends on, oh, you almost hit that truck. But it all depends on the company. But you're guaranteed a job, so that's a major pro. You're not paying anything out of pocket. What's another pro of going with the company? More than likely, you're going to end up with one of those companies anyway. So why not? You feel me? Why not? But the con is you will be locked down on that contract. That's just bottom line. You're going to be locked in on that contract. It can be difficult. Some of these companies don't care about your contractual obligations. Like, for example, I got out of my contract with Stevens because I went to JB Hunt. Shout out to JB Hunt, they broke that contract. Once that contract was broken, I was a free agent. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. I was happy with it. Now, when it comes to other companies, I've tried J.R. Schugel. I've tried, what's that other one? I can't even think of the name of the company right now. Averett Express, that's it. I've tried several other companies, and they all just kept saying, hey, they said you're on the contract. We can't take you. We can't touch you. We can't touch you. Legally, they could. They could. But since they put people on the contract, they want others to respect their contract. So they won't take you. It is what it is. But some of these small companies, they don't care. They'll take you. And from there, you just pay them back. That's what I did. I paid them $100 a week, and I paid them back. So got my CDL free and clear. I'm out there. I'm in the win. It's mine. But if you break that contract, some of these places, like Rail, for example, they will charge you $7,000. That's not prorated. When I was there, they informed me it was not prorated. So $7,000 if you skip out before the end of that contract. Some of these companies is $6,000. Some of them is $3,500. So it all depends on that particular company. So understand that. Now, once you've decided to get in, you're in. Once you got that CDL, don't listen to their threats when they say, well, we're going to cancel that CDL. That CDL will no longer be valid. You won't be able to make a living. That's straight out of a bull's rectum. All right. It is. So, yeah, with that said, yo, decide if you're going to go through a company or if you're going to go to a school. Both of them have their pros. Both of them have their advantages. Now, if you go through a company and you decide to go OTR, please understand, you need at least a year before you could go local. 2 years, you're golden. You can pretty much work anywhere. But you want at least a year. Once you get that year, you're good to go. So with that said, yo, this is Rookie Series, Volume 1, How to Get Into the Business. Next up, check me out. I'm probably going to upload in a couple of days. I'm going to try to get on a 2 to 3 times a week upload schedule. So please stick with me, all right? If you want to know about my content as soon as it drops, please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the bell and select all. And that way you'll be notified of all my videos. So you can come check me out and get in on some of this good game. You know what I mean? With that said, yo, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Don't forget, giveaway at 1,000 subs. Once I get to 1,000 subs, I'm giving something away to my subscribers, all right? Peace.